Hey, this is Keenan with 2X Profit, and you're watching this right now, presumably because you just completed the Profit Leak Detector assessment and you found out that you have a business model stability leak. Now, out of all the lessons I've learned in business, probably one of the most important is start your business with a good model, because no amount of hard work, no amount of entrepreneur brilliance can outwork a bad business model. So a bad business model is simply one that is not economically sustainable and that is not capable of putting the profit that you want into your pocket as the owner of the business. Profit's really important. That's why we named our company 2X Profit, because that's what compensates you for all the risk and the time and the energy that you are going to spend in your business. If there's not enough profit left over at the end of however long you're working in your business to compensate you for that time, it's not going to feel good. So one of the myths I like to point out is that a lot of times people think more profit means more work. That's absolutely not the case. Some of the most profitable companies out there don't even need the owner's attention at all. I have a business that I started 3.5 years ago. It's a service-based business. It was doing $0 a month, and now it's doing over $500,000 per month, paying me over 6 figures a month in profit. It will pay me over $1 million this year, and the best part is I work 3 to 5 hours. $1 million for a part-time job, not a bad gig. Of course, it hasn't always been that way. I had to work really hard to get there and to build the systems and put the processes in place to make that happen. And I have a great team, so it's definitely not that it's not like a drop shipping business or anything like that. Like, there's a lot of work that has to be done. I'm just no longer doing it because I was able to build the systems and the processes to get myself out of the day-to-day of the business. I've also helped other businesses do the same thing. So there's that. More profit does not mean more work, and more work does not mean your business is more profitable. Now let's get back to the business model stability leak. Oh man. One of my mentors, his name is Alex Ramosi. I've learned directly from him. I paid him over $164,000 just last year to learn from him, including meeting with him for a day. And he just wrote a book called $100 Million Money Models. It's a phenomenal book. And it talks about different ways to structure your money models or your business model to make more money with less effort. Yeah, go look it up. It's on Spotify for free. It's on Audible. It's like $10 if you buy the thing. Yeah, heck, I even have a copy I can probably give you if you want. All right, so I want to give you an example that I just came across today of a bad business model. So there's a business owner who's been around for a year now, and she sells fitness coaching, more or less. So her offer is $99 per month, and that's it. And she gives you coaching. And it includes like 15 classes per month, right? So you're paying less than, I don't know what it is, like $7 per class. It's not great. When I asked her, hey, where did you come up with this model, like this price point? She's like, oh, well, it's with this person that works for like Orange Theory or whatever it is. One of those big box chains or franchise gyms. That's what they charge in their franchise, and they're helping me grow this. It's like, okay, first off, is this guy even making money? Because he didn't build his own business. He bought into someone else's system. Not that that's bad. There's nothing inherently wrong with being a franchisee, by the way. I love franchises. But don't mistake someone that owns a franchise as someone who's an expert in business model generation, right? And then I asked her, I was like, how much money are you hoping to make out of this thing? And she's like, well, I don't know how much money I want to make, but I do know in the next 5 years I want to have 100 customers. I'm like, what the hell? Like 100 customers at $99 a month? That's 10 grand per month. And you're gonna work 5 years. You're gonna work your ass off to do that. And here's the problem. That 10 grand has to go toward your facility, or if you're doing it virtually, your web software stuff. If you hire an employee, it goes out of that. You got your taxes in there. You got who knows what, workout equipment, marketing budget, your cost to acquire customer. All that has to come out of this $10,000 a month. That is not enough money for you to be successful as a business owner. And she just recently hired, like I said, this Orange Fitness, Orange Theory, whatever it is, guy to help consult her in her business. And he's like, you know what? I think we can get you here, 100 customers, in just 18 months. I'm like, dude, that's not any better. You're still at the $10,000 per month, which is no money after expenses. You have to work 18 months for free to get there. That's not good. We want a better business model. She's like, well, okay, wise guy, what would you propose? Like, this is what I propose. I propose you don't sell fitness to everyone, which was actually not her goal anyways. She has a very specific niche. She wants to help women who are going through perimenopause. So when you reach your mid-30s, your body stops producing as much estrogen. This causes a lot of problems, or women's bodies, I guess. This causes a lot of problems in their health. It lowers their bone density. It can impact a bunch of other systems within their body. And not a lot of people talk about it, and it's a shame. It really is. It's one of the we've done women an injustice by not talking about this and by not researching this more. But luckily now people are bringing it to attention. And so this lady, she wants to be part of the movement that's helping women to make it through perimenopause, keep their bodies strong, keep their bones strong so they don't end up, 80 years old with osteoporosis, they fall and break a hip, then they die from it, right? That's her thing. Her grandma her mom fell and broke a hip and might not recover from it, right? So she's very tied into the story. Now, she asked me, okay, what would you do if you're in my shoes? I said, well, first off, not this. I said, I would be looking at like $500 per month for starters. And she's like, why would I do that? That doesn't make sense. It's too expensive. I'm like, well, it's too expensive for fitness classes. But if you're trying to navigate this minefield of perimenopause, then it's not too expensive. And if you're an expert in doing that, which I believe she is, she's actually a credentialed medical professional. She's been practicing for 30 years. So she's very credible, very smart. Way smarter than $99 a month, I can tell you that. And so I'm like, you can do it this way, or you just charge significantly more. There's also things you can do, because ultimately in business, you have a few numbers that are really important. So you have what's called your CAC, your customer acquisition cost, how much you have to pay to get a customer, right? Now, if you have a predictable customer acquisition system, like you're running paid ads or you're advertising in like mailers, or you have like an affiliate commission or something like that, you hopefully know this number. If not, go figure it out. It's one of the most important numbers you can know. If you work primarily by word of mouth referrals, then you don't have a reliable, predictable acquisition system. You should go watch my video on this page about creating one of those, by the way. It's life-changing. You'll love it, I promise. So you need to know your CAC. Now, what I was telling her, I was like, let's say it costs you $200 to get a customer with this offer. Well, it takes you 2 months, not even 2 months, you're $2 short still, to break even with this, but you still have to pay for your overhead and your time and your energy that goes into this client. And if you have a sales team, you have to pay them. So you might need this customer for 5 or 6 months till you even break even with acquiring them. That's no bueno. You don't want that. Whereas if we're charging $500 per month, we actually are profitable in month one. We can afford to pay, better commissions. We can pay our team more. We can hire more people to help out. We can give them more dedicated onboarding, more time, more service, blah, 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 right? So I was like, at a minimum, we're breaking even on month one. This is good. We give better service. We get higher premium pricing in the marketplace. We don't have to fight with Orange Theory, who shouldn't be her competitor anyways, and we shouldn't be taking advice from Orange Theory people that are trying to push you down the Orange Theory model when you're not that business. So yeah, you can do that. Another thing you can do is you can even add, let's see, I'll use this one. You can even add an onboarding, right? So let's say like $1,500 onboarding. Well, why would someone want to pay that? It's a great question. What if you give them a DEXA scan, some blood work, and a 1-hour meeting with a clinician? That could be pretty cool. What if you team up with a hormone therapy clinic and you get a free consult or 2 free consults or 2 meetings or whatever with the hormone therapy clinic as part of this? And then maybe you team up with a nutrition specialist, or you create your own nutrition program, or you hire a specialist to build it for you or whatever, and you throw in nutrition consulting, right? So maybe you can figure out a way to, heck, there's a lot of businesses that would kill to have a reliable customer acquisition system. So if you had like a hormone therapy clinic, you might be able to get them to do things for you for free as the owner of this business, which makes your cost $0. And then in exchange for them is if your client likes them, they can keep working with them and pay them money. And that will be a very valuable thing for the hormone therapy clinic in this case, or the nutritionist, right? So there could be a chance that you don't have to pay any cost. But let's just say, for example, it's going to cost you $500 to service this onboarding package. That makes you $1,000 from day one, plus the $500. Now, you can't do that if you just sell fitness coaching, but you can do that if you sell the value that you provide in helping women get through perimenopause, right? So you can make some subtle changes to the business model to completely alter the trajectory of the business. Okay, I want to talk about another example of a bad business model that I just heard of that we're helping turn around here at 2X Profit. So guy owns a mechanic shop. Just like your mechanic shop, he gets people coming in for oils a couple times a year, does some bigger repairs, all that stuff. But the problem is that people will price shop him on the oil changes. They will price shop him on the repairs and things like that. So we need a way to change his business model from random to predictable, and we need to find a way to pull cash forward to offset his acquisition cost, so he doesn't have to go into debt or take out loans or rack up credit card bills to build his business and get more customers. Ideally, if you can find a way to make more money from your customer in the first 30 days through providing value or changing how your pricing structured or whatever, then you can grow and grow and grow, and you never have to take out a loan or go into debt to grow. That's good, right? Going back to this example here, she doesn't even have to charge $500 a month if she doesn't want. She could do $199 a month and still come out ahead because of this onboarding cost, right? I still think she could do $500, but she could even drop. She could even go to $99 a month, but do a $1,500, onboarding. And now her business that will never make money is now going to be profitable for her. So it doesn't take a lot to make these changes. So for this mechanic, we said, okay, this is what we recommend you do. He'd taken out some loans from loan sharks. Basically, he had some really complicated systems or situations in his business. But we told him, this is what you do. You create an offer. So kind of an intro offer to get them hooked, to keep them loyal to his business. And what you do is you give them a really sweet deal. So when you think an offer, think like, a fish hook. So you got your oh man, that's a fish hook. Take my word for it. And you got your worm there, right? On the fish hook. Your offer is the worm or the bait that you're using to get customers to come in and to want to stay with you. So I said, what if you give them a one-time chance when they first come in to get a card. So you can call it whatever you want, the fast lane program or whatever. And this card comes with benefits A, so like maybe it comes with like 4 oil changes per year. Maybe it comes with like 2 tire alignments or rotations. Maybe it comes with unlimited like windshield crack repairs. Maybe it comes with priority scheduling. So if anyone else is ahead of you in the line, your car breaks, but you have this pass, like you get bumped to the front of the line. You create all these sweet deals, and then you sell it for one price that's a really good offer. And you say, hey, we only offer this to new customers and we'll offer it, every 6 months. So if you think your car is going to need any maintenance between now and the next 6 months, including oil changes, including rock chip repairs, including getting your fluids topped off, whatever it is, I highly recommend this. It's $1,000 or whatever, $1,000 instead of the $89 oil change, right? So this is an offer that we've seen work before. It works well. We call this a fast cash play, where you're pulling as much of your profit forward as you can. You can use that to reinvest in growth and get more customers. Of course, you have to be careful because you do still have to make good on this work, right? You can't spend all the money on day one, pay yourself out a big profit check, but you can use that money to reinvest in the business, and you can redeploy your capital a lot more strategically. So this is kind of a higher level business model move. So now instead of him paying, say $200 to acquire a customer, $200 CAC, customer acquisition cost, to make $89 on his oil change, which he has to do several of those to break even. Now he bypasses the oil change, and he makes $1,000, which pays for the customer. Oops, take the K off there. Makes $1 million. So he makes $1,000, which pays for the customer acquisition cost 5x. It's a really good way to do business. I hope you've loved this content. These are things that took me a long time to learn, but they're completely game-changing. No amount of hard work can outwork a broken business model. So if your business model is broken and you're hemorrhaging cash, you're not making enough money, your margins feel thin, this is where you need to be exploring first. How can you provide more leverage in your system, give more value to your clients so you can charge more? How can you batch onboard? How can you do, whatever it is that you need to fix your business model so your unit economics are good, so you can offset your customer acquisition costs, which will allow you to keep growing, keep investing in more customers, keep hiring more people, paying your team more so they stay longer and work harder for you, and you can pay yourself more as a business owner. I want to make an invitation for you. So our team at 2X Profit, we do this really cool thing called the 2X Profit Audit. And it's where our team takes a deep dive into every aspect of your business, and we're trying to find the weakest links in your business chain. The saying goes, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link, right? You pull on a chain really hard, it will break at the weak point. Your business is no different. Your business is just a chain of interlocked business links, right? Now, at any given point, you have one weakest link, and your job as the entrepreneur, if you want to grow your business and improve your profits, is to find that one link, put all your energy there until you fix it, and then you move on to the next link, then you put all your energy there and fix it, then you move on to the next link, and you do that over and over until it's fixed. Now, when we do the 2X Profit Audit, my team will go into your business links and we'll analyze them for you. So we go through your website, your Google reviews, we go through your pricing, your offers, how things are structured. We look at your social media, your paid ad accounts, and how you're acquiring customers, and any other data that we can figure out, we'll go through and comb through that, and we'll report our key audit findings of where we think your weak links are. And then we'll also let you know, if we're in your situation, had your skill set and your resources, how would we approach fixing your business leaks, your profit leaks in your business or your bottlenecks? And what are the moves that you can make to hopefully 2X plus your profit in the next 12 months? So we do this completely free. And if you're thinking, what's the catch? Well, there kind of is a catch. The first one being that our brand, 2x Profit, is still relatively new on social media and YouTube and all that stuff. So we're actively in the process of capturing content. So we do record content throughout the process of the 2x Profit audit. So that's kind of what's in it for us, which incentivizes us to do a really good job because we want to be perceived as credible, so people will pay us money. The next thing of what's in it for us is we'll give you a comprehensive roadmap for free that you can take and execute yourself. Or if you're like most entrepreneurs and you feel stressed out and overwhelmed and you just want things pulled off your plate, you can actually hire our team to implement the whole plan for you. Yes, that's right. You can hire our team to go in and fix your entire business model. We'll analyze it with customers. We'll split test it. We'll make sure we actually are fixing your business foundation, not just slapping a Band-Aid on there. We want a long-term fix. So as you keep adding gasoline to the engine and as you keep scaling this business, it's only going to get healthier and healthier. We'll do all that for you. So, but it does cost, obviously, if you want to hire our team. So that's what's in it for us. If that sounds like something you'd like to do, scroll down, click on the application button now, fill it out, and we'll let you know within 24 hours of applying whether or not we think we can help you. You'll always hear back from us one way or the other, but we do only take 5 per week. So apply now, and hopefully we'll see you on your 2x Profit audit.